whenever you survive the impossible, you sort of, it rewires your brain into believing that anything's possible. And I relapsed again 10 years later, and I had another stem cell transplant with my sister's cells. And then 3 years
Wow.
later, relapsed again, and had another stem cell transplant, which is very rare. It's very uncommon for anyone to survive 3 stem cell transplants. And that transplant lasted me about 6 years, and I relapsed last fall again. So I've relapsed 3 times. This is my fourth kind of round with this disease. So
And I'm just trying to wrap my head around this because I had minor kidney failure a few years back, and I was in the hospital for like a week or so. And they say men can't handle pain as much as women anyway. And so I was definitely acting like a little baby.
yeah.
And so for you to go through something like this for so long, starting out, as a young person,
Yeah.
um, how did you develop the strength? How did you develop the resolve to be like, look, this is another challenge. Let's go.
Yeah. I've always been the kind of person that's has a lot of resilience and fortitude. Like, I just have never seen a challenge as something that can't be overcome.
Mm.
Professionally, personally, like, it's just kind of innate into my identity.
Hmm.
Someone recently said to me, you always came to challenges with like this perspective of optimism that allowed us to feel like we could overcome it no matter what. I think it's what made me successful early on in my career, that I didn't really come to challenges just complaining about what was wrong. I really came with solutions.
Mm.
And when I was a teenager, it's easy, it's, I mean, cancer's never easy, but it's a lot easier. You kind of come into the disease, you got a whole ecosystem of support around you. You go into these childhood cancer hospitals. I went to St. Jude, which is like a bubble of joy and happiness.
I've
And
heard of that one.
so I was kind of ushered into disease through this lens of hope.